Hi, I'm Melanie McQuaid. I'm a professional athlete and coach from Victoria, BC. I have 5 off-road world titles, 3 in Xterra and 2 in ITU cross triathlon, and I have a pug named Stevie. I'm here in Kona, and I happen to be a 50-year-old rookie at the Ironman World Championships. Oh, I'm stoked. This is just an incredible vibe and such an amazing opportunity, and I'm just so happy to be a part of this group of amazing female pros. I raced the World Cup for mountain bike racing and cross country for 7 years. And then there was a little bit of overlap there where I did a bunch of road racing as well. So I've done a variety of really big and iconic road stage races as well during that time. And then there was a little bit of an overlap when I started to race Xterra, where I was still actually racing quite well as a mountain bike racer. But yeah, so there was like the mountain bike cycling career, and then my Xterra mountain bike career. And then finally, I realized I really wasn't that good at longer distance triathlon while I was racing Xterra. So then I went primarily to road triathlon. So there really was a shift about 6 or 7 years ago where it was no longer really in my mind to try and get things from racing. It was like, getting, meaning trying to get a personal best or get a title or get sponsors or any of that stuff. It became more about things that I could learn and experience from triathlon. And I'm not delusional being 50 and a pro. I do this because it really helps me to build my experiential learning as a coach to be able to race at this level. I coach myself, so obviously I use myself as a bit of a guinea pig. I think as a coach, I'm trying to be better even than some of the coaches that I had when I was younger. And certainly when I was a mountain biker, for instance, nobody was talking about nutrition at all. And so my mountain bike career, I think, really plateaued as a result of not understanding race nutrition and really not understanding just day-to-day core nutrition. So as a result, I had a lot of disordered eating. I'm sure I had a lot of impaired recovery. I would get sick every single year, and I never really fulfilled my potential as an athlete as a result of not understanding any of those things. And now that I'm in long course triathlon, I think that the race demands for Ironman are really similar to a lot of these gravel races, like the longer gravel events, where nutrition becomes a major part of actually preparing and executing those races. So I think being a coach and understanding what a key deliverable nutrition is for executing a good race, but also in terms of keeping an athlete consistent day in, day out, year in, year out, in order for them to amass the amount of training that they need to do to properly develop their aerobic capacity is key. And so I think understanding and effectively communicating how to properly prepare yourself for training and racing from a fueling perspective is really important. Well, I mean, you can't tell the feed this, but I was actually a really good customer of the feed before they signed me. So they lost a customer as a result of signing me. But I used to actually send care packages from the feed ahead of myself to races all of the time because it's incredibly convenient, number one. To do that as a Canadian, to not have to carry all that stuff across the border, and then also to arrive at races without all that luggage with it waiting for you. That's amazing. But also I like the idea of having a one-stop shop with actually everything in one place so that you can, create your grocery list on the website where you're covering all your bases from everything from the race day nutrition to the pre-race to the post-race, and it's all in one place there for you to find. Oh, memorable races. Okay, so well, this one's going to be up there, right? I think that this is the last World Championship that I wanted to have in my little collection of worlds to add to, 70.3 worlds and Xterra worlds and multi-sport worlds and mountain bike worlds and road worlds and trail run worlds. So this is kind of like a full complement of World Championships. So this one makes the cut. I raced the Annecy World Cup on my mountain bike way back, and Annecy, France is probably one of the most beautiful places in the world. I can't wait to find a good reason to go back there. I think Victoria, BC should be a bucket list race for everybody because that town is rad. I'm so happy to live there, and that course is really cool. And then I think one of the other races that I really like is St. George. I think the community of St. George is amazing. I love everything about that race course. I'm terrible on that race course, but I still love it. I really like training there, so I think St. George should be on everybody's list. And now that I'm at this World Championships, I guess my next bucket list race is going to be Nice in France. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm a coach, and all of this stuff is really geared towards me becoming a better coach. So I think that I still identify more as a coach, even though I do race reasonably, like pretty fast as a pro. So I have like 2 day jobs that are equally part-time. I think that's how I would put it. But since both of them complement one another, I just think that I have the dream job, right? Like this is something that I would do whether I got really paid for it or not, because this is what I like to do with my life. I love learning about physiology and, you know, making athletes really fast. I love meeting people and traveling, and I love being super fit and healthy. So it's one of those things where if you just do the things that make you the happiest, then you'll never work a day of your life, and that's pretty much what I'm doing.